Hello guys, and welcome to this Orion tutorial that we'll be going through. This was obviously for the setting up of the Orion clients on Zuluhotel Omega, which needs two quick shout outs. The first one to Hot Ride from Orion for actually the client itself and his continued support, and the second through to Nagash from Zuluhotel Omega, who has obviously provided us with this amazing Zuluhotel server, it's Ultima Online server that we are privileged to play on, and to the rest of the staff, for the time and effort that goes into ensuring that there's a good spot to play. So as we move along, I will put a drop link in the description for the Orion Discord channel, which you will need and is recommended anyway for the script section and for the help section. And obviously, as you get into the client and as you get used to it and as you start making your own scripts, it really becomes a very strong UO tool. So if you go into the Zuluhotel Omega Play section, you will see that there are two downloadable files. The first being the Ultima Online setup itself, which you will download, the Zuluhotel Omega file applicator that you'll get as well. What we're going to do first off is install the setup to whichever folder you nominate. What I do like to do personally is always keep a fresh installed folder without any additional files inside of there other than the setup and the Zuluhotel Omega files. So it's not a very big folder, it's certainly not in today's terms, so I would suggest a fresh install folder that's always available for you. The second thing you're going to do then after that is you're going to install the Zuluhotel Omega patch files, which will also come into your install folder, your fresh one. And that over there you can see for this tutorial purpose, I have just labeled it fresh Omega install. Once you have completed these steps, you'll have this folder and it'll be ready to go, and it will also have, if you scroll down here to the bottom, we have the Zuluhotel Omega application file. Right, so let's come back over here. The second thing the third thing we're going to do, we're going to go into Discord, into the Orion channel. You will download the Orion launcher direct. You will run this application, and the Orion launcher folder is really not an issue wherever it is. You install to your preference. Once you have installed the launcher, before you run the launcher, there's a little step that I like to take additionally, where I like to create a Ultima Online folder for each hero I play. It is not necessary. There are profile setups inside Orion itself, which certainly can alleviate the step. It's a personal touch I like to do. I like to keep my screenshots separate. I like to keep my folders separate, just because they are not very big folders, and I can afford to do so. So for this setup purpose, I will be following that step. So what I'm going to do, what you will do, is you'll create a folder for this purpose. We'll call it Orion installed clients. Okay, let me just delete that folder. What we're going to do is create a new folder for whatever your character is. So let's say my character is Big Boy Warrior. What I'm going to do then, I'll just go back. I'll take a copy of the fresh Omega install. I will copy it like such. I will come into install clients, Big Boy Warrior, and I will paste that folder in here. So what we're doing is we're putting a copy of the fresh install into your nominated character folder. And also the reason why I like to do this is because Orion does do some installed files itself into some patch files in there. And it can upset if you do want to go back and use, for instance, UO Steam. It can create some conflicts along the way. So this is my personal suggested process. Right, once we've got that installed, we are going to go back and you will go into Orion Launcher and you will launch the Orion Launcher. That will come up and give you the Orion Launcher window like such. What I'm going to do over here is my UO files path and my Orion path I will list as the same. Once again, it is to avoid future conflicts that I've had, that I've experienced, and this route that I've set up here is probably the one that works the best for me, and I have not had any conflicts since I've done this. So what you're going to do, you are going to come to your clients, your Warrior, your Amiga Fresh install in a select folder. Okay, and you will do exactly the same for the Orion path. Fresh folder, select. Right, once you've done that, it will give you this highlighted red text here. If you click over here, okay, and you click from original client exe, it will open this folder here. We can then just navigate through Big Boy, Fresh Install, and you'll click Zuluhotel Amiga, and you will click Open. From here, you will just click Create, and OK, and Close. You have now configured your client version. You will notice in the Updates section, these are the files, the Orion files that need to be installed into your Fresh folder. So all you're going to do is you're going to click Apply Updates. This will run the updating process, install the various Orion required files, and obviously the Orion exe, which will be running Orion. Right, so what we'll do is we'll let this update run very, very quickly. We click OK. We notice there are no files in update sections. When Orion itself does come up with an update, the launcher file will advise you and you will be able to update. For reference, should you have an update that conflicts with your game or with a particular server, all you're going to be able to, what you can do on the launcher is you'll click Open Backups dialog. Okay, and from here you'll be able to select previous versions of Orion that maybe had no conflict to if you have done a latest update and there is a conflict. So that is how you will backdate your clients. Right, so our next step is obviously going to be creating a profile. So all we're going to do over here is we're going to click Add Server. All right, we're then going to double click it, and for this purpose, obviously I know that it is Zuluhotel Amiga, and I can click Enter. So now we're on Zuluhotel Amiga server, and it's time for us to add a profile. When we click Add Profile, we'll navigate through the Zuluhotel Amiga server. Your name will be, for instance, whichever character you're making. So for this purpose is going to be Big Boy, and the address and port is already preset for us. Thank you Hot Ride for that. And account and password you will enter in. Server type Zuluhotel Amiga. Click OK. It'll give you this launch file over here. And all you do, simply double click or launch, whichever is your preferred option, and it'll open up Orion clients. That will be part one of this tutorial, is just getting installed and getting it open. The next tutorials to follow will be to help you with setting up Orion further, as in the client. So if we come into the client itself, we've got the assistant window, which has got various options. We have various in-game options over here. We have got hotkeys that we can work with, macros that we can work with, scripts, really neat agents for various things, and yeah, there's a lot of neat things to get through here, so we'll be adding them into the next tutorial. So for now, get Orion installed, play around with it, and we'll see you in game.